Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by to watch today's video. If you are new here, welcome. If you are a subscriber, welcome back and thank you for your support. I am really excited to do today's video. It is a tag video. LuxLVoer Sarah tagged me in this video. Thank you so much, Sarah, and lock your doors because I am coming for that speedy. Check out her video, I'll link it below. She has the most beautiful Speedy 30 and I am so jealous, and this bag is over $3,000 pre-loved, so it is out of the park for me at this time. But in all seriousness, I'm not coming for you, Sarah, but in all seriousness, I'm really excited to do this video because the topic is, as the description says, my 5 favorite large bags. And I love large bags. I've said this before, and this is where it really all started for me. In March of 2020, I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw an ad for the Troubadour Adventure Tote, and it was a tote bag marketed to men, and I was like, wow, a tote bag for men. I can actually carry a tote bag finally. We've gotten way past worrying about men's or women's bags, and I carry more women's bags than men's bags, but at that time, I was really excited that there was a tote bag that was specifically made for men. So I picked it up. It didn't really work out for me. I ended up selling it, but that really ignited things and I started buying more tote style bags. And I decided to do a review on that bag to help maybe somebody who was considering that bag, as there were none on YouTube. And I was talking to a friend, my friend Jen, and I said, oh, I think I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. I don't know what I should name it. And she said, well, what's the focus gonna be? And I said, I'm gonna review tote bags. And she said, well, why not Totes Jean then? And I thought that was great. So that kind of stuck, and that's the name of my channel. But it all started because of totes. I love big bags. I love tote bags. The majority of the bags I bought in the beginning of this journey were big bags, and I've since really quelled that because carrying different big bags every day, or most days I should say, made me want to carry different small bags every day. So I gave up my one little small bag that I used for years and years, and I more so focused on getting smaller everyday bags, and that's going to continue, but the urge to buy those big bags is always there. So I'm really excited to dive in and talk about my 5 favorite big bags and why. So let's kick it off with number 1. And number 1 is, and this is not my favorite, I should say. It is not my favorite, and I'll show you which one's my favorite. But this is number 1 because this is what started it all with designer handbags. I think I first saw this bag, and this is the, of course it says right on it, the Saint Laurent Rive Gauche tote in the East-West size. They have a couple different sizes. But I had saw a video of this bag on YouTube in the summer of 2020, became completely obsessed with it and watched every video I could find and dreamed of having this bag here. But at that time, I thought a price point, I think it was $1,100 at that time, was just, I couldn't justify that. Obviously, I've gone way beyond that, but that's the story at this time. And then in August 2021, I was in Paris and I kept talking about this bag all week, and my mom said, oh, why don't we just go in, look at it, if you love it, get it. And I said, well, of course I'm gonna love it. So if I go in, I'm gonna get it, and it's gonna cost, $1,100 and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, we went into the Saint Laurent boutique, and of course, this was the one they did not have. So, caught up in the excitement, I convinced myself that this was actually a better option, and I left with this. It's a great bag. I think about selling it all the time, but a couple things hold me back. It's the first designer handbag I've ever bought, and I bought it in Paris in the Avenue Montaigne boutique. Avenue Montaigne is the luxury shopping street in Paris. So it's kind of special to me in that way. So I've been holding on to it. The issue is, and you'll see a couple of these other bags I show, the size profile is relatively the same, and I really just don't choose this one over those bags. So either I need to start rotating this in more, or I need to get rid of it. But it has that sentimental value. So after getting back and using that bag for a month, I finally pulled the trigger and bought this bag. This is a huge bag. It is like white linen with a tan trim. It's tan on the sides, tan on the bottom, and something just fell out of there. Sorry about that. It's got the 3 snap closures here. You can snap these closed and keep the top of your bag closed. Then it's got these lovely and very soft black top handles. The top handles on this one are actually a lot softer, which is interesting. But at any rate, this is a great, big, huge bag. And then inside, it's that tan linen as well with a big zipper pocket in the back. And then it says St. Laurent Paris on this tab here. So this is really just a great bag. This is great for the beach, for the park, I took it on a long train ride to Sacramento. I've taken it to work. It is really, you could probably cram it under the airplane seat in front of you, but you would have to put it in this way and really muck up these handles. And I just wouldn't do that. So that's not gonna work for me. But I have managed to use this bag quite often. And it's also good in San Francisco because not only does our weather change quickly sometimes, we also have microclimates. I live in the sunniest part of the city, the sunniest and warmest part of the city. It can be 80 degrees over here and a few miles away at the ocean, 50 degrees. So this is good for if you're gonna be bumming around the city and throwing a sweatshirt in here, taking it on and off, whatnot. But I absolutely love this bag. I do want to point out a couple of things. In a lot of the videos I've seen on this bag, people seem to worry about the linen being stained. It is coated. I was using it one day, to my horror, right over here somewhere. I looked down and there was a huge black grease stain, and it wiped right off with just a washcloth and warm water. So I absolutely love this bag. The other thing is, I've seen so many misshapen and warped bags this on YouTube, and that's because people overstuff it and they store it wrong. I never stuff any of my bags more than what their natural structure is. So anything that's gonna go in here is gonna fit between here and here. I am not gonna put anything in that's gonna expand and warp this linen canvas. Another thing people do is they store it wrong. They store it stuffed, store it flat. It folds up flat. I empty mine and I hang it flat from my doorknob. This is over a year old now, and the shape is exactly the same as the day I got it. So this is just like a wonderful weekend work, travel, not in the plane, but just an all around great, huge bag that you can get a lot of stuff in it. Number 2 is my absolute most favorite big bag, and that is the Louis Vuitton OnTheGo tote in the GM size. This is my favorite work bag that I have ever had. I also did take it on a plane once and it fit under the seat in front of me, but you've got to do your research because some airplane seats are built differently, and some of them have the bar that holds up the seats in front of you several inches, 6 to 9 inches in your under seat space in front of you, if that's making sense, in which case this wouldn't fit. But it did fit on Alaska Airlines for me when I went to Vegas. Yeah, Vegas. I took Alaska to Vegas and brought this as my work underseat bag. It fit perfectly. It is in the reverse monogram, so it does have the large monogram on the front and back. So it has the regular large monogram on this side, the large reverse monogram on this side, and then on the 2 shorter sides, it has the regular size monogram in the reverse and the regular. And at the bottom, those flowers come together there. I do wish it was regular monogram on the front and the back and reverse monogram on the sides, or just regular monogram throughout. I'm not crazy about this side. I always carry it with this side facing out, and this to me is technically the front of the bag because the zipper pocket and the two slip pockets here are on the reverse monogram side. So it does have that nice zipper pocket, and then there are two slip pockets here, which are pretty good size. I can get the biggest iPhone in one of them if I want, but I use an organizer for this bag, and the only thing I put in this back zipper pocket here are extra masks, because you can see you gotta get by these handles when they're tucked in with the zipper, so they get in the way of the zipper. So it's kind of a pain in the butt if you're using that pocket for something that you're gonna be needing to get to regularly and often, because you're constantly gonna have to be worrying about this shoulder strap hanging there. And these shoulder straps are great. They are more than enough room for me to carry this over my shoulder. If it gets really heavy, the first version of this bag, I will note, did have a monogram and reverse monogram shoulder straps, but what I've heard is they had problems with those cracking. So the newer versions have the all black shoulder straps. And then it also comes with a clip here that you can attach to here to kind of keep the center of your bag closed. I never use that. But I absolutely love this bag. I carry it by the top handle 99% of the time with all my work stuff in here. It gets heavy, but I'm getting used to carrying heavier bags by the top handle, and I like the look of it by the top handle. But this is just such a beautiful bag. I absolutely love it. This was probably my first major purchase, and I love this, and I tend to use this 90% of the time now that I'm back in the office 3 days a week. The next bag is another Louis Vuitton, and this is the Carryall. Now they've come out with those new Carryalls you may have seen. I'm not sure why they didn't name that bag something else, but this is the original Carryall. It is a duffel style bag, same on the front and the back and the two sides. It's got the feet on the bottom, as you can see there, and canvas on the bottom as well, and then vachetta leather on the top handles and some supports here as well. And it does come with the luggage tag. It also comes with a leather buckle that you can attach and keep the handles together, and it comes with a lock and key. I was debating between this and the Carryall 45, and I ultimately chose this because I just like the look of this bag better than the Carryall. And I think it's more functional for what I would use it for, because I could also use this as a work bag. And it also has these two pockets on the sides here that you can put your phone, passport, travel documents in. I've put my phone in there, but I'm too much of a worrywart to put my passport and boarding pass or wallet in there, because I would just be worried they would fall out. On the top, it does have the double zipper here, and I do have an organizer for this as well, but I did take it out for this video. It's just a big open space with a nice size slip pocket here. This is where I keep passport, boarding pass, and my receipts, because when I travel with this stuff, I bring my receipts, so if I'm coming back through customs, I can prove that I had these items before I went on my trip, because I usually put this in the overhead, and then I have another small bag for every day in here. My Dior small camp when I went to Vienna a couple months ago was in here. And then I carried my Alma under the seat. So I had 3 designer bags with me, and I wanted proof in case they asked that I purchased these in the US before I left. It is also trimmed in vachetta leather as well. You can see there's a lot of vachetta leather on this. A lot of people worry about vachetta leather and getting stains on it. I don't. I did Apple Guard my vachetta leather on all my bags, and I do wipe them down with all water-based baby wipes. I'm not telling you you should do this. I saw another video where a guy swore by that, but I use all water baby wipes to wipe this down and all my vachetta leather handles after every use, because I don't necessarily worry about them getting water stains. I worry about these handles turning that really, really, really dark, ugly color. I want the rest of the vachetta to patina and get that lovely honey color. My Alma is really doing that. This I haven't used as much, but this is such a great bag. It does not come with a shoulder strap. I did buy one on Amazon, like a thick vachetta leather shoulder strap, and I just attach it right here on the front and on the opposite handle on the back to carry it over my shoulder, but it is really meant to be carried handheld, and I think it looks best when you carry it handheld. So this is the original Louis Vuitton Carryall bag. Now we're gonna move into two contemporary luxury bags, I should say. And the first one you've seen recently, and you can go check out that video, but this is the Coach Rogue 39. This is the Mint and Surf, their graffiti artist collaboration, and I bought this recently. In all fairness, I have not actually used this yet, but I have another Rogue 39 that I've used many times, and I absolutely love that bag. I like the design of this one better, so although I haven't used this specific one, I have a lot of experience with the Rogue 39, and I absolutely love that bag. This is edgier than I am, definitely, so I'm gonna have to, get some black stuff to wear this with, because I think this would look really good with like a black coat, black pair of pants, black shoes, and maybe a shirt with, any color, because this bag just has any color you could think of in it. And then, carry this bag, it'll be a nice pop of color, but that's yet to come. But what I love about the Rogue bags is the versatility. Now the 39 doesn't come with the crossbody strap. You could unlink these, unlink it here, and then attach these two straps together. But the buckle sits on your shoulder. This is not really comfortable. It's too big for a shoulder or a crossbody bag. But it does have these nice shoulder straps here. And they do tuck in, much like the OnTheGo. They tuck in inside, and then you can untuck the top handles, and you can carry it top handle too. So I love that versatility. And then this thing opens wide. You can put a lot of stuff in there, but again, I'm keeping the same profile for all these bags. I, again, do not overfill them. I don't want them to misshapen, but this is still a great work bag. And then inside, it's got that central compartment there, and it does have a snap closure back pocket here. The snap is really strong, so I'm able to put my key holder and my wallet on one side, and it's almost as if they're two separate slip pockets. And then on the bottom, it does have the feet, but it is a saggy bottom, so don't be fooled into thinking that your entire surface of the bottom of this bag is going to be protected from what it's set on, because it's not. A small amount around these feet are going to be protected. Everything else is going to touch whatever surface you're on, but I'm pretty cognizant. I put my bags on the ground, whatever. I want to use them. I don't want to be so fussy about them. There's two bags that I won't set on the ground, and they're teeny tiny, so they can sit in my lap or hang over a chair. But if I'm going to dinner after work and I use this bag, it's gonna be set on the ground at the restaurant. Same with the OnTheGo, which doesn't have any feet. I think they're meant to be used, and wear and tear is gonna just be part of the whole experience of using bags. All right, my last one, another contemporary, and this is my Aspinal of London Regent tote in the smooth tan. They do or did have different color options, both in smooth and pebbled leather. I really love smooth leather, and I think this leather is really beautiful and it is really soft. And I absolutely love this bag. The only branding is right there. It says Aspinal of London, England. So it's a nondescript, very, I don't want to say plain because I think it's beautiful, but I go to marketing, or not marketing, I go to networking events for work. I go to client events for work. So I don't want to walk in with something like this. I don't want to walk in with something flashy and, have people know that I spent that much money on a bag. And sometimes I have to leave my bags unattended. So that's when I bring something like this or my Coach Rogue 30, because yeah, if it got stolen, I'd be bummed because more than just the bag would get stolen. But a $500 bag versus a bag that's over $3,000 getting stolen is a much easier pill to swallow. So I love using this as a work bag occasionally because, like I said, OnTheGo is the one I gravitate towards most. But if I'm doing something after work, now that we're back to the office and these events are happening again, I will bring this. It's got these nice long shoulder straps, and I can comfortably carry this over my shoulder even with a coat on, which is great. And then it's got this stud detail. There's no adjustment here. This is just like decorative, these studs to make it look like you could actually adjust this, but these straps are sewn in. And then one thing I love is at the top, it does have a zippered closure. And it's got this nice champagne gold hardware here, and it does say Aspinal stitched onto it. And then I will just show you the inside of the bag. On the inside of the bag, I've got some stuffing in here, but it is this like beige textile material. There's a leather patch here that says Aspinal of London, England. It has a slip pocket in the back. It's pretty small, half of my hand. My whole hand can fit into it. And then it's got two slip pockets there on the front. I can't fit my huge iPhone in those slip pockets, but when I use this bag, I just throw my phone in there. I use tons of little pouches to keep things organized, so my phone is completely safe just being thrown in there. But no feet on the bottom, but it's just this beautiful, very soft, smooth tanned leather, and it's just very nondescript. And I absolutely love this bag. I think it's beautiful, and it's at such a low price point. I'm not sure if it was over 500 or between 400 and 500. I'll link all of this stuff below, but it's such a great price point, and you get a really, really nice quality bag for, under $600, and can't be beat. So check it out. It's a great brand, loved by Kate Middleton, now Queen Camilla, Zara Tindall. They all love their Aspinal. So there you have it, my 5 favorite big bags. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I am gonna tag a few people in it. I'm gonna tag Katie's Occasional Luxury. She is fairly new to YouTube, and we've been chatting or commenting on each other's stuff lately. And so many YouTubers with a lot more subscribers than I have mentioned me, tagged me, supported me, and my channel's growing because of them, so I wanna pay that back. Candy Sweet Love for LV. I know Sarah tagged you in it too, but I gotta see me some big LV bags. So please do this tag as well. You don't have to mention me. You can just mention Sarah since she's the one who tagged us all, but I gotta see what you would pick here. I'm also gonna tag Living Lux with Meredith and Dale's Addiction. They're in Australia. They have so much content. I don't know if they'll do this tag, but both of them have supported me so much, and I would love to see what they would both choose, because they have some amazing stuff. So I'd love it, Dale and Meredith, if you would, but if you have, so much else on your plate with all your content, believe me, I understand, but just a shout out to you two. And then Nick J. Schnell, I said Schnell. Sorry, Nick. Nick J. Snell. I always like see the ELL and then my German kicks in. I'm not fluent in German, but I studied it for a number of years. So I always want to add that SCH sound when I see an ELL, but Nick J. Snell, he is the most colorful person I think I've seen on YouTube, and I would love to see what he picks. So thank you all for stopping by, watching this video. Leave me some comments below, and if you would give this a thumbs up, greatly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing and tapping that notification bell. Thank you all, and have a beautiful weekend.